Yeah, well, basically we just wanted to do something different this time around. We wanted to just try other like avenues of doing things, and why we just happened to turn to him. It could have been someone else, but then again, once we got around to the point where I started having a clear vision of what I wanted to do, like as far as the title with the artwork, so that was like a clear image that I had with the artwork that you see, and I think we all had that, like, once we got into thinking about that stuff, we knew what we wanted, and we knew we didn't want to like do it in Photoshop or like CGI or like the 3D type thing, because we just wanted that kind of expression that you can only get by photography. And I mean, I've been fiddling around with the Photoshop stuff earlier for the previous albums, but we just felt that we needed to turn elsewhere for stuff like this when it involves photography. And he actually, from my explained through email vision that I gave him, he actually created something. He added his like touch to it as well, so we're really happy with the outcome of the artwork. Actually,
is the male model actually someone? Like, is it a photo of someone? Yeah,
it's a photo of someone, and it's kind of weird because it almost looks computerized.
It does.
Yeah, but it's like
it's not.
It has a lot of like there's like makeup on him, which it's like you don't really see. It's all like very. The surface of the guy is like really smooth, but it's actually a mix of two people. It's like the very lotus position with the legs, like you put your feet on top of your thighs. The guy couldn't do that, so it's the bottom part is actually a female, and the upper part is from a guy, and that's actually cool because we wanted it to look like androgynous. Like we didn't want it to really be a muscular guy and like masculine in that sense, you know. We wanted it to be androgen like that, not really pinpointing a certain, you know, male or female, but just the human species as such.
Rough intersection of all the human, you know, both sexes.
Yeah,
like a generic, like you know, human being.
So did the male model have to get waxed or anything like that to remove any body hair?
I don't know. We should ask him.
We don't know. You just got the pictures. Yeah. We're not. You know, we're not in possession of that information actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the transcriptions can probably, the good ones, the ones that are closer to whatever is going on, can still be helpful for people, because you always have to listen to, and people will just hear that, okay, this is not right, it should be like this. So I think it can still help people out.
Yeah, and sometimes it's right, you know, like it's like they might, you know, fuck up the beginning of the song, and then go into a verse that they actually got sort of right, and then goes into another part where they totally miss the things that's what were going on. So it depends, like the quality and it's
It could be that you guys are just doing something that just defies transcription.
Well, no, it doesn't really. If you just if the guy whoever the transcriber of any piece that we've done, if he was really like heard the music the way we wrote it, it wouldn't be a problem transcribing. It's not really that difficult. It's just a matter of where's the bar line, and what most of them do wrong is that they claim it's a certain like time signature. Like this one, it's in 13, 16 notes or whatever, and it's never really like that. I mean, you could see some of that stuff, like the revolving like cycle. You could see that if you wanted to. That's a this or that number of 16th notes, but that's not how we write or think the music. We think it like bar line, 4/4 type of music. So.
But we also got the fact that they don't get the notes right, and stuff like that. But that's not really that surprising, because some of the stuff, especially when you've seen like transcriptions of Chaos Fear, that album is so
It's kind of hard to make out what's going on. Just
so
for
there's
the
a lot of things.
production and
Yeah,
everything.
so there's a lot of things they're missing out on the guitar. Like for instance, like you could see that a lot of people. I saw a couple of guys who did like I think it was New Millennium Cyanide Christ, and they got most of it down right, but you know some of the notes they're not throwing into the patterns or whatever because basically I guess it's too fast for them to pick up or something, and that's a shame, you know, because you know that's not the way you want.
It's usually all the little things that really make the
Like the
riff or
details.
it's a lot of the details.
And they rarely get just those single tracks to work with anyway. I
No.
mean, they have the finished
No.
that they have
No.
to kind of weed through.
Exactly.
So.
Which I understand is really hard to do.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's really rough.
Yeah.
I can't really answer. Well, I would like to hear Metallica play.
Bleed.
Yeah, Bleed or yeah.
That's so unfair.
Dancers to
Yeah.
Dancers to Discordant System maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, but it would be nice to hear what a band that's, you know, any band that's been around for a really long time, you know, that you'd listen a lot to.
Yeah.
Not that they would have anything in common with what we're doing,
Right.
just for the sake of, you know, it's such a weird thing to be thinking that that would happen. That it
I would love to see Rush do
Yeah.
like Spiteful Snake or something.
I just realized we should do the cover, Mr. Bungle.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there you go. That's the band to do it. Yeah.
What song would you want them to do?
Doesn't matter.
Pros or something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Bathtubs.
Yeah, White Rabbit. Yeah, bathtub scene when he's trying to kill
That,
himself.
that whole hotel inferno that's going on there for a while.
For days.
Yeah, if you, that's about it.
When he wakes up and the whole place is like, you know, there's like
Shot
a
to
foot
hell.
of water like in the whole apartment. And just like weird things everywhere. Yeah, that's the type of scene I